Okay, so we're just about a week or two away from a trip, and I've noticed one small problem with my RV that I think I've figured out how to solve. Okay, welcome to my roof. For the last few trips we've taken, there has been a slight odor of sewer smell in our trailer, and over the many years we've used it, we have never experienced that before. We've never had any issues with odor in the trailer at all. But one thing I did notice, I was trying to think of, what's changed, what's different. And I lost the weather stripping on the underside of this seal, and this is the pop-up for the bathroom. Now, I've read on forums and things that sometimes if you have an open vent or something like that, it can create low pressure inside the RV that will sort of suck air in and sometimes generate that sewer smell, sort of create negative pressure. And what's interesting is that's my black tank vent right there, right? So if this was indeed creating negative pressure, it would be sucking sewer gases right across here and right into the main cabin of the RV. And that sort of makes sense to me, and it's what has been reported on this topic online. So what I want to do is just pull this cap off and see if I can restore the weather seal. I picked up some of this stuff from Lowe's just a couple of minutes ago. I think it might work. We'll see. If it doesn't, I'll go back and get other stuff. But it should be a pretty simple repair, and I figured I would have you guys along with me as I did it. One screw here. These are stainless. Nice touch. This is made by VENTLINE Corporation. This pop-up, it's a pretty standard item on RVs, and I believe VENTLINE itself is owned by Dexter. I could be wrong about that, but it's nice when these products aren't niche or unusual products. We deal with that a little bit. If you're an Airstream owner, you deal with some unusual things here and there. And it's also nice that I can do this repair without climbing up onto the roof. So let's see what this looks like. So there you go. The bottom of this, I think, just had some weather stripping around here that would seal against this. You can see this is the pop-up itself. So everything's in good shape there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this inside and wash it real quick, and then I'll probably bring out a paper towel to just clean this off too. So give me a couple. Okay, so we're back. This is nice and clean, and I'm just going to take a damp paper towel and go around the outside here. Clean that up a little bit. This was not greasy at all or anything like that, so that was nice. It's just dirty from dirt, from the atmosphere, So now the next step is to put this stuff in the edge of this thing, and let me see if I can show you how I do that. Okay, so I got my lid here. I got my scissors. I got this weather seal. This is billed as expandable weather seal, so I assume it's gonna puff up quite a bit as I go. And you can see I bought 1/2-inch stuff, which is exactly the size of that gap. It's self-adhesive on the back. So I'm just gonna approximately measure around this. I'm gonna leave myself a little extra, but that should be enough. Okay, yeah. And of course I'm going around the other way. So I don't know whether there's any benefit of starting in a specific spot, but I'm going to start right here. And I'm just going to push that in and push it as far to the edge as possible. And I'm just going to go around that way. This is going surprisingly well. And now, what is most frustrating about this experience, and this is not a terribly frustrating experience, I don't want to mislead you. This is a wonderfully simple repair. But I saw this weather strip going a while ago. I saw it starting to fall off of this thing, I don't know, maybe a couple thousand miles back. And I thought to myself, you know what? No big deal. It's got a nice clean lip on it. There's no way rain's going to get in. I don't need to worry about it. I'll just let it go. And it never occurred to me that the air seal would matter. So, lesson learned. I tried to take the lazy way out, and it's ending up costing me a little bit more in terms of time and And it caused me some frustration and the sort of discomfort of arriving and having my RV smell like a black tank. Like I said, it wasn't too severe a smell, but still, you know, not exactly desirable. I can feel this foam starting to expand, so it's definitely living up to its advertised properties. Sticks to your hands pretty well too. Struggling to get my fingers off of there. Okay, and we're coming around. We're at the close here, so take my scissors and I'm gonna guess right there. And since I guessed a little poorly, I'm gonna pull it a little bit to give it as close as much as possible. Okay, so now I'm just going to go around with my fingers and sort of make sure the adhesive is stuck and jam it down into the corner of things. Kind of the way, you know, like when you put saran wrap or tinfoil on a bowl in your kitchen, you got to go around. Pie crust, I don't know, it's a lot like a pie crust. Okay, so you can get a sense of this seal. This is supposed to expand up to 1/2 inch. I'm still clear within the boundaries of this, and that actually looks pretty good. You know, my seam there is not the best, but I think it's good enough. Okay, so if I made a mistake on this, I should have cut that a little longer. So let me get up on the roof and reinstall this. One last thing before I do, since this foam is billed as being expandable, I'm going to pack it in a relatively small container so that the dimensions of it are held tight and it expands as little as possible, because I don't want to, you know, lose this. This is a valuable resource. Okay, so but just when you put it away, put it in a nice tight little container. Here, I'll give you the other angle just to keep things interesting. So so here we go. Here's the cover. I just have to match this screw up with this tab. Not a lot to that. Oh, it's nice. I can feel it. You can sort of hear it. Listen. It rests nicely down on there. Okay, so we're just matching that screw up with that hole. And there's a gasket on the screw itself. So you're going to feel a little resistance when the screw goes in. And that gasket is keeping the weather out, of course. Okay. Nice and tight. Okay, so we're just going to test that from inside. Oh, it feels nice. Oh, this might be my new pastime. Feels so good. Nice tight seal. You can feel it seat. No resistance. Look, I've mended it. I hope that helps. So there you go, not a terribly big repair, but an important one. And I'll let you know if that was not the problem, but I'm pretty sure that was the problem. So I hope that helps.